Yo, Chicago Sports Hub, what the fuck is going on? We got UFC this weekend, UFC 283 in Brazil. A lot of good fights to talk about for that. And NFL predictions for divisional round. Last weekend for NFL wildcard was definitely fucking wild. I mean, damn. Chargers fucking choked. They can't hold a fucking lead. Tom Brady's old ass, he couldn't really get shit going Monday night. I love Tom Brady, but man, seeing that game, I don't know. I don't know if he has any more seasons in him. He might have one more season in him, but it kind of showed against the Cowboys last week. But man, let's talk about this weekend, man. Let's get into UFC. I'm not gonna talk about the whole fucking main card and shit. I'm just gonna talk about certain fights that I like, that I think, that could win us some bets. But for this one, the first fight I'm gonna talk about is for my TikTok people, my TikTok family. You know I can't fucking post a whole damn video, 20-minute long video on TikTok. So here y'all go. This is for y'all. Look, Ismail Bonfim versus Terrence McKinney. Ismail Bonfim, first UFC fight ever this Saturday. UFC debut for him, 27 years old. Terrence McKinney, if you know, he has 3 fights already in UFC. He's young. He's a young fighter, 28 years old. Terrence McKinney, he's like minus 136. I like Terrence McKinney more because he has better grappling game compared to Bonfim. I was looking at Bonfim's past fights. He's okay, pretty good. He's a good striker. He'll throw them bitches with you. But I feel like Terrence McKinney, I feel like he's better all around. He can stand up with you, but he can also get your ass in a submission. So I really like him to win money line minus 136. Single bet it, add it to your parlays, whatever the hell you want to do. But I really like that a lot. Terrence McKinney, he's 2-1 in the UFC so far. His last fight that he lost to was Drew Dober. Drew Dober is a really good fighter. So, you know what I'm saying? That's still pretty good for Terrence McKinney, man. 2-1 in the UFC so far. He's looking pretty good. He's looking like he could finish motherfuckers in all the fights he has so far. Yeah, man. Give me Terrence McKinney money line. Let's go. That's what I got. This next fight, I'm going to talk about Paul Craig versus Johnny Walker. Paul Craig, 35 years old. He's like, what, 6'2", 4-1 past 5 fights. I'll give him that. Johnny Walker is 30 years old. He's 6'5", so he's taller than Paul Craig. Longer reach, too. Johnny Walker's reach is 82 inches compared to fucking Paul Craig's 76. So 82 and 76, that's a big difference. But the thing is, Johnny Walker, his past 5 fights, he's 2-3. But I would say his past 2 fights, he's been picking it up a little bit. I would say that. You could probably parlay Johnny Walker minus 210. That's who I got this weekend. I just don't trust Paul Craig stand up. If it's going to end up, being a stand-up fight, I'm trusting Johnny Walker. But if it goes to the ground, I still believe in Johnny Walker, even though Paul Craig is really good with the jiu-jitsus and the submissions and shit like that. Johnny Walker should do his thing, man. For real. So that's who I got. I got Johnny Walker, money line, minus 210. I just feel like, I don't know. Because if you watch Paul Craig's last fight, he wasn't even trying to stand up. He was just trying to lay on the fucking ground the whole damn fight and trying to get the fire to come to him on the ground. Like, come on. That's not going to happen, bro. You got to stand up sometimes. So if Johnny Walker can make it his fight, make it a stand-up fight, I think he'll be fine. I think he can fuck around and knock him out. Just because he has the longer reach and he's bigger than Paul Craig. So that's what I got, man. Johnny Walker, money line versus Paul Craig. This next fight, there's really no value in this shit. Well, for the winner that I want. Gilbert Burns versus Neil Magny. Gilbert Burns, 36 years old, 3-2 his past 5 fights. Neil Magny, 35 years old, and 3-2 his past 5 fights as well. If you guys know Gilbert Burns, his last fight, he lost to Chimaev and shit. And the fight before that, he lost to Kamaru Usman. So Gilbert Burns, he fought one of the top fighters in his fucking division. Neil Magny, a veteran in the UFC, he fought a lot of good guys too. it's just no value in Gilbert Burns. I want to take Gilbert Burns, but minus 500, like, what the fuck are you going to do with that? You could probably parlay it with something, but it's not going to be much value if you add him with anything. So, look, the last time Neil Magny got knocked out was 2016. I don't think Neil Magny would get knocked out, honestly. I think this fight could go 2.5 rounds for the round props. It's like what? 2.5, 2.5 rounds minus 108. Over. I like it. I think this fight could possibly go 3 rounds, bro. Or if you want, Gilbert Burns to win by points or submission, I could see that. Like double chance, submission, or points. I just don't see Gilbert Burns knocking Neil Magny out. He possibly can, though, with the ground and pound, you know what I'm saying? But this might be a closer fight than what people expect. Because Neil Magny, he's also bigger than fucking Gilbert Burns. Neil Magny, he's longer, he's taller. He's good on the ground, too. It's just Gilbert Burns has more power, obviously. I know that probably worries some of y'all because, like, what the fuck, he has more power, then he should knock him out. I don't think so. I don't think in this case, nah, man. So, give me the fight to go at a distance, plus 108, all 3 rounds. That's who I got. But if you want to, pick a winner, I think Gilbert Burns to win by submission or points, or Gilbert Burns to win by points, by decision. That's what I really like, man. But if you're feeling risky, you want to, go for the odds and shit, Neil Magny's plus 340. I'm not touching it, but I will touch the fight go the distance, plus 108. That's what I got. Gilbert Burns versus Neil Magny, fight to go the distance, or Gilbert Burns to win by points or submission, double chance on FanDuel. That's what I got for UFC 283 for that fight. The next fight, the co-main event, the Flyweight Championship, part fucking 4. Brandon Moreno versus Davison Figueiredo. Figueiredo, he's 35 years old, 21-2, 1 draw. Brandon Moreno is 29 years old, 20-6 with 2 draws. So, this fight is part 4. The first fight, it was a draw. The second fight, Brandon Moreno won by submission. The third fight, Figueiredo won by decision, so it went all 5 rounds. This one's going to be really tough, man, but I think Brandon Moreno, he's going to come in there and make a statement. That's what he said. He just wants to get this shit over with already. I got Brandon Moreno, man. And if you guys have been watching, UFC, like the fucking weigh-ins and, the training camps before these fucking fights happen, David Figueiredo, man, he looks fucking drained. He looks skinny as hell. He even said it himself after this fight, he's going to move up. Because you could tell, all these weight cuts are killing his ass. And he's draining himself. He looks drained as fuck. Brandon Moreno, on the other hand, he's walking around in the fucking weight that he's fighting in. So he's not even, like, struggling to make weight or cutting weight, none of that shit. That's the only thing I'm worried about Figueiredo, is all that weight cut draining him and shit. I got Brandon Moreno, man. I think he could win this fight, bro, and get it over with. So that's what I got. Brandon Moreno versus Figueiredo. Give me Brandon Moreno money line minus 130. Give me that shit. The main event, Glover Teixeira versus Jamal Hill. This one's tough as fuck for me to decide. Glover Teixeira, 43 years old. Yeah, I know he's old as hell. 33-8. He's 4-1 his past 5 fights. Also a former, light heavyweight championship. He won this shit. He was a former champion. Jamal Hill, on the other hand, 31 years old, 11-1, or 4-1 the past 5 fights. If you guys don't know, Jamal Hill, he's from Chicago. He fights out of fucking Michigan. So it's exciting to see. Like, damn, are we going to see another Chicago fighter like Juliana Pena win the fucking belt? This is tough for me to decide. I'm going to go with Glover Teixeira. Look, I know he's old and stuff like that, but he's fought one of the best fighters. He's more experienced, and I feel like he has it down pat when it comes to submissions and grappling and shit like that. Like, he'll fuck around and win by submission Saturday night versus Jamal Hill. I like Jamal Hill. I just don't think he's ready for a title fight yet. That's my opinion. I like Jamal Hill. It's just like, man, he has the power. It's just, does he have the grappling skills to match it with Glover Teixeira? I don't think so, man. I really don't. And this is another thing I'm worried about Glover Teixeira too, though. Is his chin good? Is Glover Teixeira's chin fully healed and good? Because if he gets rocked a few times, I'm not gonna lie, he might get knocked the fuck up by Jamal Hill. Man, this was tough for me to decide, but give me Glover Teixeira money line plus 104, only because he has the more experience and he's better all around. You know what I'm saying? He'll stand up with you. If you seen the last fight, Glover Teixeira against Jerry Bahashka, he was throwing them bitches with him. You know what I'm saying? And he got the submission down packed too. He had the skills right there on the ground game. Give me Glover Teixeira, man. Give me Glover Teixeira money line. That's what I got. But yeah, man, I'm gonna run it back real quick for y'all. We got Terrence McKinney money line. We got Johnny Walker money line. We got fight to go the distance, Gilbert Burns versus Neil Magny, or Gilbert Burns submission, double chance, win by points. We got Brandon Moreno beating Figueiredo, and we got Glover Teixeira. That's what we got for UFC, man. These fights are gonna be pretty fucking good, man. And stay tuned. Stay tuned for more episodes of UFC because Dana White, he's making some really good fights happen going on right now. So I can't wait for, the other fights coming on real soon, a few weeks, a month later from now. But let's get straight into NFL, man. NFL divisional round. Let's talk about the first game. Saturday, Jaguars versus the Chiefs. They're at fucking Kansas City. This one, I'm going to go with Chiefs minus 5.5. Travis Kelce touchdown. Man, the thing that kind of worries me a little bit about this game is just people who keep saying Trevor Lawrence never lost a Saturday game. This and that, la la la. Don't get me wrong. He won last Saturday against the Chargers. I'm like, damn. But I don't know, man. I don't think Patrick Mahomes is gonna play that shit, bro. Like, he's not going for that shit. And they're at home. I would say Jaguars plus 9.5, the original spread, but I just see Chiefs winning. You know what I'm saying? Winning by 6 or more. So give me Chiefs minus 5.5, 5.5. Travis Kelce touchdown. And honestly, if there's an option for you guys, any sports book you guys use, give me Patrick Mahomes throw 2 touchdowns and Chiefs to win. That's what I got, man, for Jaguars versus the Chiefs. The next game, Giants versus the Eagles. They're at Philadelphia. The Giants showed out. They played really good against the fucking Minnesota Vikings. Daniel Jones really stepped up. I will give him his props because last season I'm like, what the hell is this guy doing? But now he has the right coach with him, showing him, you know what I'm saying, what the fuck going on. And Daniel Jones playing pretty good football right now, man. New York Giants quarterback. The Eagles, they had a bye week. They were first seed in the fucking NFC. So now they're ready to play the fucking Giants. Give me the Eagles minus 5.5, just like the Chiefs. Eagles minus 5.5, A.J. Brown touchdown. I think the Eagles should win this game. I will be fucking shocked if the Giants win. But I don't see the Giants winning. I can see them maybe keeping the close game. Like, that plus 7.5 for the Giants. But give me the Eagles minus 5.5. I like that more with A.J. Brown touchdown. Don't get me wrong. Shout out to the Giants, man. I just think this is where it stops for the Giants. Like, this is where they get bounced out. You know what I'm saying? First season with the head coach, with the whole culture turned around. It's a bright future for the New York Giants. So I won't be surprised if they get bounced this round by the Eagles. So give me that, man. Eagles minus 5.5. A.J. Brown scored a touchdown. Eagles versus the Giants. The next game, Bengals versus the Buffalo Bills. They're at Buffalo. All the Bengals players are like, why the hell are the Bengals the underdog? Jamar Chase and Joe Mixon and shit like that. They're the reigning AFC champion. They are. But they're at home. Buffalo's at home. If Cincinnati was at home at Cincinnati, I would have took the Bengals. Why? Because they play fucking great at home. But Buffalo plays really good at home too. This might be a shootout. I'll fuck around and take the over in this game. Whatever the hell the over is. I don't know what it is. But give me Bills money line, Stephon Diggs to score a touchdown. I feel like every fucking player on the Bills offense last week scored except for Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs made some big plays, but he didn't score. So give me Stephon Diggs score a touchdown. Bills money line. Bills versus the Bengals, man. The next game, the last game. Ooh, this was tough, man. Tough. I was really deciding, man, I was deciding really hard on this fucking game. Cowboys versus the 49ers. They're at San Francisco 49ers. Listen, Brock Purdy, this is his first time going against a really good defense. You know, they first time seen a good defense like the Cowboys. Because the past 2 games, he hasn't really been going against good defensive teams. Cowboys are pretty damn good on defense, man. So listen, he's a rookie still. We haven't seen him, make any mistakes yet. This might be the team that gives him trouble. Might. I'm going to go with Cowboys plus 3.5. You know what I'm saying? It's probably be a close-ass game. The Cowboys could probably steal it, or the fucking 49ers could win by 2 points. You know what I'm saying? So give me Cowboys plus 3.5, man. That's what I got. Cowboys versus 49ers. Cowboys plus 3.5. That's what we got. UFC. You know what I'm saying? UFC 283 in Brazil. NFL divisional round playoffs, man. Like, subscribe, share, all that other shit. Tune in next episode. We appreciate y'all. Peace out, y'all. Let's get it.